There isn't often an exotic catalyst that comes around and makes such an impact in the game that it changes its entire outlook on what it actually was before. You could argue that Trinity Gold did just that, turning a meme weapon into a great one, and one that's arguably getting a somewhat resurgence thanks to this season's Overload bow mod from the artifact. Well, there's now another exotic that has a brand new catalyst. This exotic was originally dead on arrival. It was so bad that it wasn't even a meme. In case you didn't know, that exotic was and is the Traveller's Chosen Sidearm. Literally nobody is talking about it, and I guess many probably don't even know or care about it because of its previous failure as a genuine contender for your love and affection. But this exotic catalyst changes everything, and I think maybe you should take a second look at it. It's even got some secrets up its sleeve that should even pique the hardest of hardcore players' interests out there. I'm going to show you how to get the fabled tier 600 stat build with effectively a 6x100 stat loadout. Confused? I bet you are. This is the Traveller's Chosen exotic catalyst video you didn't know you needed, but you really actually did. Season of Arrivals is when this exotic sidearm made its first appearance, and despite the original quest being sunset, you can now actually pick it up from the Monument to Lost Lights kiosk in the tower for a nominal fee. It will cost an exotic cipher and an Ascendant shard, but after you've watched this video, I think you'll have made your mind up on whether it's worth it or not. It's a 300 RPM sidearm with 15 in the mag without the catalyst. It's got the best in class stats all around, which you would expect with it being an exotic. It sits in the adaptive frame archetype alongside Devil's Ruin and the Rat King, with a base time to kill of 0.6 seconds when landing 4 precision shots, or 1 second with just 6 body shots in PvP. It has the best range out of any sidearm currently available, and is up there in terms of aim assist too, making it extremely forgiving and also surprising that you don't see it often doing the rounds anywhere in Destiny 2. In PvE, it'll shred lower tier adds with ease, but its main playstyle is to grant you stacks of Gathering Light to either improve the weapon's stats even further, or grant all of your abilities energy on tap. All of this is important to know about Traveller's Chosen, as it really sets us up for the max stat build once we've got the catalyst equipped. Any final blow will grant you Gathering Light, which stacks up to 10 times. You can swap weapons without losing any stacks also, which is a huge bonus. Consuming any amount of stacks of Gathering Light will grant you energy to all of your abilities, with the more stacks the better, granting you more energy. Holding to reload the weapon with a 10 times stack will effectively refill all of your abilities, making them ready to use near instantly in the right scenarios. That's great for PvE to ability spam, but if you hold on to the stacks of Gathering Light, you'll benefit from the Gift of the Traveller perk, which bumps up to the max your reload, handling and target acquisition. An already stacked sidearm, but now it's through the roof thanks to the exotic catalyst. Now before we get into this exciting new catalyst and build potential, why not hit the subscribe button if you're new here. I covered tons of builds and guides aimed at making the endgame of Destiny 2 accessible for everyone so that you too can get that loot. Liking this video really does help me out too and is always appreciated. Why not join our community Discord server as well? The links are down in the description. You can grab the catalyst as an end of game reward from either Strikes, Crucible or Gambit. Once you've got the catalyst, you'll need around 600 kills with the weapon to complete it. By far the best and easiest way is to farm the Shuro Chi checkpoint within the Last Wish raid. Enter this code at the wish wall at the start of the raid to get there, and I'd say it'll take you about 30 minutes to complete. Once you've finished that up though, the fun really begins, as not only does the magazine size increase to 17, it now fires full auto, and on top of that, it comes with the bonus perk Osmosis. Full auto and the boosted magazine size are really going to allow you to tear through enemies in no time, and with the weapon's base vertical recoil direction near max at standard, it makes it one of the best feeling sidearms in the game. I personally love my sidearms with full auto, and I guess this is a way of Bungie testing something they teased in the sandbox update recently before Season of the Lost, with them looking to implement a more user friendly method to using semi-automatic weapons in the game. It already gets a 10 out of 10 for me on just this, but it's the Osmosis perk that really changes the game for this sidearm. Simply throwing a grenade with Traveller's equipped will change it into an energy weapon matching your subclass type. This perk has slowly become one of my favourites, with it being a standout option on my Fatebringer from the Vault of Glass. It generally opens up your loadout, armour and mod choices to more options, but with the Traveller's Chosen, it makes any armour and mod synergies even more perfect because of the Gathering Light ability. I'm sure if you've seen enough builds on my channel that you know exactly where we're going, and what I'm about to show you is as good as it gets. The 6x100 stat build is made possible for literally anyone in the game thanks to Osmosis. Gathering Light will sort you out for your discipline and strength stats, as well as whichever governs your class ability. I'm using the Warlock for this example, so that's instantly max recovery as such too. Next, and I instantly think of Stasis when I think of Osmosis. The recent rework to the Whisper of Hedron's Fragment is how we can boost our mobility, resilience and recovery for freezing a target, among even further weapon benefits. This is effectively a 30 stat boost for 10 seconds whenever you apply a freeze to a target, meaning you only need these stats to be at 70 on your armour to get the maximum benefit. Shadebinders are the masters of freeze, and with abilities on tap thanks to Traveller's Chosen, you can have multiple stasis turrets or penumbral blast melees ready to go whenever you need them to get this stat boost. The last piece of the puzzle though is your intellect and super cooldown. Elemental well mods are key here. Elemental armaments will drop stasis wells often on kills with Traveller's Chosen, and if you use the Font of Wisdom mod when collecting a well, this will boost your intellect all the way up to 100 for 30 seconds. Not to mention, you can also use the Mantle of Battle Harmony to boost your super on stasis weapon kills too. And that's it. That's the tier 600 stat build without any of the actual stats. Many players aim for 3x100 stat builds, but you arguably only need to be at 70, which can easily be achieved with base stats and stat mods. All of your stats can be boosted at any time here, and what's even more sweet, you can even boost the Traveller's Chosen's damage output just as easily. My favourite current combo expands on the Elemental Well mod setup we've used above. Font of Might will grant you a 25% weapon damage boost for 10 seconds on collecting a well, and if you use Elemental Charge and High Energy Fire, you'll get a 20% boost too, which stacks. Don't forget, you can get multiple benefits and stat boosts through the Stasis subclass too. Any of the harvest aspects for your class of choice are a best fit here, as these can grant overshields from the Whisper of Rhyme by collecting Stasis shards, which you can then get to track to you with the Whisper of Conduction. Finally, adding the Whisper of Change for a damage resistance, and all of this is going to benefit from the maximum stat boost you've already got going on. Arguably, you don't even need a 6x100 stat build, as this Sidearm and Catalyst are going to pair with any number of top tier exotics. Nezarec's Sin to boost your super on void kills, or even overcharged grenades with Verity's Brow. Path of the Burning Steps for Titans will give an excellent damage boost, as well as the ability to use any and all of your Sunbreaker subclass tree abilities on tap. Hunters could have instant backrish dodges, or even invisibility from the now improved Graviton Forfeit. Traveller's Chosen could really become a staple in the meta this season, especially with the Unstoppable Sidearm mod allowing you to take it into endgame content such as Grandmaster Nightfalls. The world is truly your oyster with this long forgotten sidearm. You'll be seeing a lot more variations of the Elemental Well build we've used today, especially given there's a number of new mods this season, but I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into this exotic sidearm. Remember to like, subscribe and join the Discord server too for more builds, but that's it for this one though, so on that, and as always, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.